So today I'm going to be showing you how to make grass birds. Yes, grass birds. You're going to need grass that's like 12 to 18 inches long ideally, but challenge yourself, use what you have available. If you use shorter grass, it's going to be a smaller bird, simple as that. So yarn for the eyes, and I used pine cone for the beak, hot glue, scissors, and some kind of cordage. You could use rope, or I used embroidery floss, and then also you're going to need a Sharpie. So it's just a quick, simple, fun craft, and it gets you outside, and it's beautiful right now. It's 60 degrees finally. It's spring here in New England, so I'm super excited. So without further ado, let's get right into the tutorial. So here I'm getting the grass ready. It's thicker on one end, so I split it in half, and I flip the second piece upside down on top of the other one after I pick out the leaves here. And I had one random piece that was shorter than all the rest. I set that aside to use for the belly later on, and then separate 3 sections that are about the same size, an inch across by ½ inch in thickness. So I wanted to jump in here for a moment and address the fact that my grass is nearly almost completely dead. It's the end of winter here, it's March. If you're using fresh green grass, it will not impact this craft at all. Just make sure to tie your knots as tight as you can, because as the grass dries, it will shrink. So just wanted to throw that in here. So select any kind of cordage that you want. I chose one that would camouflage well with the grass color. So just tie in the center of one of your bundles. I was playing with the tension here, not knowing if it would be beneficial to leave it a little bit looser, but definitely go tighter. And then lay another bundle right on that centerpiece squarely so they cross, and fold it over. And then get that pretty tight, and then tie it right there at the base. This is forming the head of the bird. So now you're going to do the exact same thing with this second bundle. You want the head area to be pretty tight, so try to get your knot as close to the base of where these 2 bundles intersect as possible. One of these knots will lie on the top of his head, and then the other one will lie around his neck. So as you're figuring out which is the top of the head and which is the bottom, just remember that he has a little bow tie around his neck. So in my right hand, I'm holding the top of his head, and then in my left hand, I have the base of his neck. That's his little bow tie. So now you're adding the wings. So grab your third bundle, and you're going to place it right behind the base of the neck there, and secure it temporarily with a hair tie or whatever you have available, a rubber band, something like that. So the next step is to join the back of the bird. So this is where the bird really takes shape. As you can see, I kind of poofed out the breast area of the bird there, and I'm holding it towards the back and just kind of fiddling with it, seeing what shape I like for it. And so now you're going to work on your belly. So this is where the fourth piece comes in handy. And if you didn't already prepare a fourth piece, just grab another chunk of grass. And I just wrapped it around my finger a few times. And then tied it. But you could roll it into a ball, you know, whatever you feel is easiest for this. You're just adding some bulk and body to the belly area. So you want to stick it right behind the neck. So here I'm showing you that I'm choosing to put the more solid piece towards the outside of the bird, but honestly it really doesn't matter. The wing material is going to cover this up anyway. Fluffing out the breast feathers a little bit so it kind of helps cover and hold that belly area. And I'm just pulling the top feathers down. So then you just kind of have to poke and prod it a little bit, poof up the breast area, see what works, see what shape you like, and then you tie it right at the base there. So my wings were looking a little bit skimpy to me, so I actually pulled them out. And you're like, great, Steph, then what was the point of having them in there the whole time? Well, I want to show you that you can, you know, alter this and make it your own, and don't be afraid of it. So I just doubled up that material, stuck it back in, and these are your wings. So same thing, kind of poof them out, move them around, see what you like. See, I'm just showing you like the wings and then the backbone there. And I decided to temporarily hold those wings down to the body just to make it easier to tie down. Just makes it 1,000 times easier to tie your knot when you're not trying to hold it at the same time. Always doing a double knot. And now you can trim it. I'm just cutting my tail feathers, and obviously he got a little crazy, so I'm just tidying it up. But now all we have to do is make the face. You can continue to pull and fluff as you see fit. So for the eyes, I just made a knot in some yarn. Cut away the excess, and then I'm wearing a glove just so I don't get my hands all full of Sharpie. You could hold it in a rag or something. I happen to have latex gloves for when I use wood stain. And then just make 2 eyes, cut it off, and now I'm getting my beak using needle nose pliers. I'm sure these pliers have a specific name, but I don't know it, so we're just gonna call them needle nose because I assume that's what it is. Just breaking off a few options, sizing it up, see what works. I'm just getting a visual, see if that's going to work out or not. And in with some hot glue, right in that little hole that you created when you joined the two pieces together, the two bundles. So now I'm putting on the eyes, and birds are prey animals, so that means they have their eyes on the side of their head to help them look out for predators. I put my eyes kind of more towards the front, and it did give it a little bit of a wacky, goofy look, but play around with it, see what you can come up with. These aren't anatomically correct birds after all. Just relax and have fun. So I hope that you had fun and you learned something new making the little grass bird. If you caught my last video, we made a bird's nest, and I promised that I would show you how to make the raffia bird. Same exact principle, but this is just raffia. That video is coming out next, and that's going to be a two-part video because I got a little crazy and I made open wings and legs for this guy, so he got a little bit involved, and there's also some other wing variations, so that is coming next week. All right, signing off for now. Have a good week. Take care. Bye-bye.